for joining us on this Monday. As above, so below. We're talking about moon energy, lunar energy, astral energy. We appreciate each and every one. Astral light, some of y'all. To each and every one of you guys, if you are being notified, I am live. My name is Apostle Ely. I am the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say hello and to salutations to my madrina and also to my brothers, my padrino, and my Oba, my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo. Whether you're a mystic or Ajay, whether you're a conjurer, whether you're a crypt, you know, when it comes to Apostle Ely, y'all know it is what it is. I bring it on. You know what I'm saying? To whosoever will, let him come. You understand? What's up there, Kiara Cloud? My baby Pisces in the house. Hello, cuzzo. To each and every one of you guys, I say thank you to your support and all of the love and the outpouring that you guys have extended to me and my church family and the bereaved family concerning the loss of our very own son of Ochosi, brother and minister Mario Lavar Dawkins. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for the continued support and allowing us to be able to grieve this process and understanding that absent from the body is truly present with the Lord. To each and every one of you guys that have contributed, and actually to the ones that didn't contribute, to the ones that helped and did not help. Thank you, because you made God get the glory. Appreciate you so much. Putting a dresser. What? You putting a dresser together? All right there. Got that with dexterity skills. We want to say to those, if this is your first time on live, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. I want to say hello to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of what we do here on this platform. I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that assisted us in the funeral arrangements and the homegoing of Minister Mario. What's up there, Mama Susan? Gemini in the house. Appreciate you as well. We thank God for each and every one of you guys, and thank you for also the comments, the beautiful, beautiful comments that were placed up under the videos and all of the likes and the shares. Let me tell y'all something. I want to say personally thank you to you guys, because you have made brother Minister Mario's daughter situation a lot easier to process this situation. Your immediate support, your concern, and so I want y'all to know it is thoroughly appreciated, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys that put your personal situations aside to help and to assist this push of what we're going through in Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. Now, I know I came on a little earlier, and maybe some people expected me to. I'm still grieving, but the show must go on, so to speak. I understand that when it comes down to the spiritual journey, a lot of people do not understand the level of commitment and dedication that an individual or individuals have to have, whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. My lives are not for children. They are neither designed for children. They're designed for grown folks that understand responsibility and making decisions, and understanding that it is a responsibility that we all must go through, and understand the cycles of life. Yeah, that's why on my platform I teach universal law, so it is applicable to each and every one, whether you are into Voodoo or Santeria, Lukumi, or Apollo, whether you decide to be a shamanist, it's still going to be applicable and apply to you. No matter where you are in this journey, in this spiritual journey, whether you are just starting out, whether you're intermediate in this process, or you are advanced, a master. These information that I give out here, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm going to share a lot of wisdom. My moon is in Aries. I show you fortitude and know how to stand your ground. And my rising sign is Pisces, so I'm very psychic and intuitive. And so therefore, I'm here to give you as much information without this divulging the mysteries of the ATRs. And hopefully that you will realize that with this information that you can make better decisions with your life, and understanding what Goddess or the ancestors really have for you, and what level of commitment that you have to have if you're going to get into this and want to be effective. I do realize that there are people out here practicing, and that's what I really mean. They are practicing. They're not masters at what we do out here, but they are practicing. But if they ever get committed and dedicated, they will understand the lifestyle that is necessary, the commitment that is necessary to be effective and proficient in these ATRs. So thank you so much to each and every one of you guys. Once again, much love. I have a message today that I want to share out of experience especially if you're going to work with a Tata, a Mambo, a Hugon, or some type of elder, or some type of bishop, or apostle, or pastor, or chief, or something. I am the chief apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. What's up there, Monique? 444 Cancer in the house. And this thing that I want to talk about today, that I really believe that it's going to help many people on their journey, or if you're in the journey, it'll have you a better understand. What's up, my Pisces in the house, Darius? What's up there on Facebook? Appreciate you so very, very much. Actually, I'm just getting back from taking my son to the airport in Orlando. Oh Lord, that was hard. My Josh left the other day, and I had to take Trey back, and I was like, oh Lord, all this leaving me, and just but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But I appreciate them coming down and being very much of support to me going through this process. It made it a lot easier. The love that many of you guys share, it did make the process a lot easier. I'm still going through it, but as you can tell, I'm a lot stronger today than I was yesterday. I want to say to many of you guys, I want to talk about this. I've been doing this a long time, since a child. I'm 50 years old. I've had many experiences. I kind of want to utilize the terminology of octopus. We want to deal with moon energy, Cancer, Pisces, also Scorpio. And in the moon energy, understanding emotions, understanding energy moving, understanding reflections, because the water reflects energy. It also carries energy. It also, cold water holds a better charge than hot water. Water is a cleanser, and the water is also destructive. Water can, the lack of water can restrict, and too much water can spoil. So math is still important when it comes down to doing water magic. And I want to talk about many rivers that flow into one body. That's my message on today. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because in my spiritual journey, a lot of times when people lack the maturity or the guidance, or they have never been up under any tutelage of any real elder or master of the craft, this is the stuff you are supposed to be learning from your Tata, your Mambo, the Hugon, or people that you're actually learning your spirituality, whether it's in hoodoo or whatever, because this is going to be very important to give you a better understanding how to prosper, how to benefit, how to have a clear understanding how things work. So I want to first start with, let me put my cards down. I got these new cards, I'm being ready to work them. Ephesians, the 4th chapter, 4 through 6. Now remember, I'm teaching universal laws because they apply no matter whether you utilize them or not. A lot of times people feel like, because you don't do it, it doesn't affect you. Sir, ma'am, it affects you. So let's go on. Ephesians 4 through 6. It says, there is one body, one spirit, even as ye are called or summoned in one hope or expectation in your calling or summoning. It said, verse 5, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God, Father of all, who is above all, through all, and in you all. Now, I'm going to read this one. It said, but unto every man of every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Christ. Now, Apostle Ely, what does this? I don't practice Christianity. Apostle Ely, I don't practice voodoo. Apostle Ely, I don't. Let me explain. Let me talk to you today. When you don't understand in the eye of the moon, it is all connected. What phase the moon is affects you. When you don't realize things affect you, then you don't have an opportunity to adjust yourself to the different cycles that life is going to bring. This moon operates in cycles. The moment you start respecting, a woman has to respect a cycle because she has a menstrual cycle. A woman understands the cycle, and this is why those that do not understand real magic and why there are certain phases and certain energy flows depending on what cycle we are in. Cycle of life, whether you're in your 20s, whether you're in your 30s, whether you're in your 40s, whether you are in a cycle of economics that you are you on the valley low and you trying to wait till the cycle comes up where you can be on the mountaintop. Everybody, no matter who you are, what you practice, we all operate in cycles. That's where the cycles when it comes down to our emotion, where the cycles when it comes down to relationship, where the cycles in our spiritual growth and development. A lot of times, you can want something but not be in the cycle of receiving because you have not matured or you are not in the phase of opportunity to get what you desire. Doesn't mean you can't get it, but it ain't your time. That's a cycle. When you understand that no matter what kind of magic you process, no matter what type of leaders you have, we all understand those cycles. Now, I want to talk about this. The moment you understand there is only one divine energy. Now that energy may be magnetic, it may be electric. That energy may be masculine, it may be feminine, or it may be organ. It may be a lesser form of the light, which could be light, and it could be a heavier form of that energy, which is darkness. It's still a cycle. Each one of those energies, each one of those frequencies operate in cycles. And when you don't understand those cycles, then you cannot benefit. When you have a washing machine that runs in cycles, you can determine whether you can put some detergent in, because sometimes the cycle is at the end that it's going to cause a problem if you try to add detergent because it's already past that cycle. When a woman is having a baby, there's a certain particular cycle she's in that she cannot have an abortion. You understand? Cycles matter. There's a certain cycle you can be in where you don't have time to sow a seed because you don't ran beyond that cycle. Now eventually, now you in harvest cycle instead of sowing cycle. When you get into hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, or you get into these things and you don't understand that there is a time and a season that you have to operate in and to function in, it is a reason why you need to be instructed. There's a reason why you need to understand there's rivers that flow into one body. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this, in my journey, I have tried to explain this to my members. I try to understand to people that follow me. The reason why I get on people about talking and judging people, I'm going to give you a reason why I'm saying this. And I tell people, I taught this to my children. You don't know who's pouring into me, who's assisting me. I don't care what you may think about that man or that woman or that individual. When you are a person like me, that I am a source of many waters, and when you don't realize that I may be the face of your blessing, but you don't know who helped assist me to bless you. And sometimes you can be cursing the very person, or talking about the very person, or gossiping about the very person, or trying to cause chaos with the very person that assisted me in bringing you deliverance. Whether that would be through resources, whether that be through driving me, whether that to be encouraging me. It could be any body of water that poured into me that allowed me to do the things that I do. This is why admonish many of you that had issues with Minister Mario. You don't know how much he helped me to help you. You don't know how he made things convenient for me to do the things that I was doing. You never know. I'm just using him as a body of water. You understand? A lot of times when you are a body of water pouring into other people and you operate in certain cycles, there's a time that the ocean pours into the river, and there's a time that the river pours into the ocean. There's sometimes in your life that it is time for you to receive from a bigger body of water. But there's other times that you have to pour into that bigger body of water in order to supply the needs of other people, places, and things. And if you are really trying to understand magic and understand manifestation, you got to learn that it is your responsibility for whatever sound of water that you are pouring in, that you do your job. Because when it comes down, that's why a lot of times people struggle in manifestation, because they run themselves into a drought. Because when it was their turn to pour into somebody else, they didn't. Now they need somebody to pour into them. Because I keep trying to tell y'all, magic is also the actions and the decisions that you make. I tell a lot of time when I'm trying to help people to mature and to develop, you got to understand universal laws. What's up there, Tree Rhonda, my Aries? When you are out here and you're trying to get certain blessings on your life, watch the tree that bears certain types of fruit. And when you help that tree, and that tree bear forth fruit, you are a part of that cycle and that blessing. So whoever that fruit feeds, whoever that tree shelters, whoever that tree gives shade to. Whatever bird nests in that tree that builds a home, whoever takes that bough from that tree and cuts it down and makes fire so they can cook their food, you are still a city you're pouring into. Understand the flow of magic. If you truly are a Cancer, if you are truly a Pisces or a Scorpio, or you have these placements in your astrology chart, your natal chart, you need to understand it's about the flow. In the church world, we call it flowing in the spirit. Basically, understanding how the water element works, knowing how to flow, whether it's going upstream or downstream, whether it is rapid or whether it is still a moving energy. Okay, I just need y'all to get that. The moment you realize that it's connectivity to magic, and that when you choose as an individual not to understand that, then you don't see the purpose or the reason for the sacrifice. You don't see how this thing could actually benefit you or bless. I always start with the benefit first. You know what I'm saying? Because the negative aspect or duality of that same thing is that you will join a bunch of people gossiping about somebody you don't even know. And y'all will go around talking about somebody that you don't even know and then ruin their name based off of what you heard. But you will get with the collective in the gossip. So the other duality that you can assist somebody in esteeming your brothers or your sisters higher than thyself. You understand? Rivers flow into one body. If you are a part of a collective, if you are a part of a body of believers, whether that's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, you're a coven, a Elay, a member of a church, or your own gang. At this point in my life, whatever tribe you're in, you got to understand how y'all play a part in pouring out. Now, the Bible said, from your belly shall flow rivers of living water. All of us have waters in us, and we determine who we pour those waters into. Okay? This is why magic should be taught by the experience, understanding, and clarity of manifestation. And when you start understanding the flow, that's when the scripture becomes alive to you. When you cast your bread upon the water, and not many days it shall return. Understand the flow. If you understand the flow of energy of a Capricorn, the understanding the flow of the energy of a Pisces, the understanding of the flow of the energy of a Scorpio or Virgo or Sagittarius or a Leo or any or Aries, then you're gonna understand how to move in them waters. Okay, whether you're in a canoe, whether you're in a ship, or whether you're in a speedboat, it don't matter. Hell, you can be on skis in the water. When you understand the flow, you can operate. That's why people, even in surfing, they got to understand how to ride the wave, and they got to pay attention. They also got to understand how Mother Nature affects the water. The environment around you will affect the water. Whether it's a sunny day where the water's a lot hotter than it would normally be, or whether it's a windy day, or whether there's a hurricane or a storm out on there, it's going to affect the flow of the water. In other words, if somebody's in a good mood, it can affect that water in a positive way. If somebody's angry, conditioned, that's why in hoodoo we call it conditioned oil. When you understand the flow of energy, the conditions or the environment around that energy, then you can benefit from, or you can protect yourself from, any type of negativity that may be existing in that type of body of water. Now, I wrote this down here. I did John the 7th chapter. I was supposed to write it, put that there, but oh well. John the 7th chapter, verse 38. I hope this is really helping y'all. My spirituality has a lot to do with maturity. That's why I say I don't do my lives ain't for children. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers," with an S, "of living water." So your belief cycle, who taught you how to believe? See, water magnifies energy. So based off what you believe or what's in your heart is what that river or that water is going to flow into, not only your life, but anybody else's life. So from your belly flows the river. So those that understand chakra system, we talking about the area of solar plexus, your divine will, your divine power, okay? Your solar plexus is where your seat of power is. So that is the energy, that is your sun sign that sits in that area, okay? This is why I tell people, when you understand energy, you understand frequency, then you start understanding the flow. You start understanding how to get on the flow. You become a spiritual surfer. You will learn how to ride the waves in life. As long as you don't respect cycles, as long as you're not trying to understand the energy of the element of cycle and how things flow into one another. One type of situation flows into another situation. One type of mindset flows into another situation. One type of action flows into another situation. A lot of times I try to get some of y'all to stop thinking the way that you do, so you don't have to keep reoccurring those same events in your life. Because if you don't change the way that you think and address it, it doesn't matter how many different scenarios that you get into, you're going to still flow in that energy. You're going to still flow in that bad behavior. You're going to still flow in that type of prejudice. You're not doing anybody a favor by renewing your mind. You're doing yourself a favor. You're not doing anybody a favor by getting clarity when it comes to your life. If you want financial flow, then you got to get into the waters that's where that is. When the angel comes and stirs the water, then you can get your breakthrough. But when you ain't even in the right waters to get your breakthrough, you say you want saltwater fish, but you in fresh water. You talking about you want sweet water, but you in bitter water. I was with my son the other day at the hotel that he was in, and they wanted me to come over, and we went swimming in the pool. I was so relieved once my toe touched the water that the water was warm. You understand? It wasn't cold. So I was able to immerse myself into the pool without that cold chill. I said, thank you, Lord. You understand? Understand how to test the waters of people, places, and things. This is why I tell y'all, energy don't lie. I don't care how much a person smile, energy don't lie. It doesn't matter how much a person pretend to be okay, energy don't lie. You can't pretend your energy. If you got abundant energy, it's going to show. If you got healing energy, it's going to show. Your flow of energy is what it is, and it is projected through you, through your actions, your non-verbal communication. It is an aura that is there, and that is what Apostle is trying to tell you. If you really want to benefit from my practices, you got to learn how to respect that energy. So another thing I want to talk about, Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, verse 13. It says, "For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and have hewed them out sisters, broken sisters, that can hold no water." Let me explain this. There are people that have watered your life, that have brought life to you. Water represents life force energy. There are people that have given out their waters of mercy, their waters of goodness, their waters of grace, their waters of prosperity, waters of knowledge, and they have watered your grounds. But you have forsaken, or you have not acknowledged that. And so therefore some of y'all are going through spiritual cramps because you don't respect or acknowledge your source. When you walk away from your source, man can live without a lot of things, but they cannot live without water. Your body is 75% water. I want you to do the math. How you expect it to function in this spiritual life when you are constantly walking away from your resource? You are constantly forsaking the very thing that gives you vitality, the very thing that gives you strength, the very thing that refreshes you, the very thing that reinvigorates you, the very thing that carries the flow of energy throughout your body, the very thing that allows nutrients to get from one destination to one cell to the next cell. This is why I tell many of you guys, you are not mature enough to listen, and you think you understand magic. You think you understand sorcery. You think you understand hoodoo and voodoo and Santeria, and you don't understand basic foundation of water element. There's so many bodies of water that flow into me. Even in the Bible and Revelation, The Bible said when Jesus spoke, his voice was like many waters. How many different types? He was the only divinity or spirit acknowledged that had the spirit without measure. The rest of us have the spirit without measure. What are you talking about, Apostle Ely? Sometimes the ocean gets water from out of the sky. Sometimes the ocean gets water from other rivers, from other lakes. Sometimes there's a natural disaster that creates a earthquake, and then also water comes from up underground. You never know what source, what flow of energy, what flow of blessing that is flowing into somebody's life that is helping you, that came from somebody you may not like. My enemy that God has made my footstool is still blessing you, because they are my footstool that allows me to get to the next level to help you. Let me explain something, y'all. You got to give thanks in all things. You got to give praise in all things. I don't care if you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi. You don't know what body of water that flowed from somebody's belly that has become a blessing unto you. Some of y'all disliking the wrong people for the wrong reason because you lack wisdom. You don't understand real magic. When I said God gonna cause men to give into your bosom, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, you don't know who is going to step up and flow into your life and be a blessing to you. Who's going to become a protection from you? Who is going to become a bridge of a troubled water for you? You don't know who's going to flow into your life because of the spirit, them obeying spirit. Whether the spirit be Orishas, Loas, Impungos, ancestors, divine, it don't matter. Sometimes, I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. Some of you guys are spiritual beavers. Listen and hear me well. You are spiritual beavers. Because you so bent on doing you, you're building spiritual dams that are restricting the flow of the energy or the flow of water to other people, places, and things. Like the Sadducees and the Pharisees and the scribes, you're not going to do right, but you are standing in the way. That's a spiritual beaver. You're up here building up dams out of resentment, out of envy, out of jealousy. It's still energy. It's still a flow of emotion, but it's negative. Huh? And let me tell y'all something. Certain prejudice block the flow. Certain ways of not growing in knowledge, certain levels of ignorance block the flow of spirit. Huh? Making yourself more important can block the flow of the spirit, not only in your life, but people that are around you. Because remember, we are the type of people that not only can be a blessing to ourselves, but can be a blessing to other people. Then we got Psalms 46. I keep trying to tell you, keep hanging around me. You're going to grow up one day. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe after a while, when you realize that you... What's up there, Karen Cartwright, my Cancerium? When you realize that you have become a spiritual beaver and that you are restricting the flow of God in the lives of people, places, and things, then you will understand why things are being restricted in your life. Because you are attracting that same vibration and frequency because you don't know how to behave. You don't understand cycles. You don't understand tide. Remember, tide, T-I-D-E-S, depending on the gravitational pull of the moon, the tide can be high or low. And when you don't understand the tide, you can go fishing at the wrong time. You can go into the water at the wrong time. Because with low tide comes the seaweed. High tide brings the animals. Understand cycles, baby. Psalm 46, verse 4 through 5. It says, there is a river, the streams thereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. That's when it is, y'all. Verse 5 says, God is in the midst of her, which is the city. She shall not be moved, which is the city. God shall help her, which is the city, and that right early. Now, let's talk about it. You've been hearing all this time. First of all, it said this river is there to make, this flow of energy is there to make the city glad. Now, what city God talking about? He said, you are the city set upon a hill. A lot of this stuff has allegories. A lot of this stuff have symbology, and people read the Bible and the Psalms and the scripture, and you don't understand how to connect it. They're talking about you. You don't understand how this stuff relates and how it connects. Just like you don't understand how a river becomes a river, and you don't understand how a lake becomes a lake, and how a canal becomes a canal, and an ocean becomes an ocean, because you don't understand the flow of energy. Everything in your life is in your life for a reason. And depending on what type of body of water it is, it's what type of creatures habitate in there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find crocodiles or alligators in canals. You're going to find those in rivers. There's certain animals that are going to exist. You're going to find manatees. You're going to find dolphins. In the oceans, you're going to find sharks. You're going to find octopus. Depending on what kind. Depending on what kind of body of water or rivers that are flowing from people, you're going to get different type of creatures, The Bible said that you are a new creature in Christ Jesus. So out of you, depending on your emotional state, depending on how you allow certain things to live in you, certain algae and certain type of mindsets and certain type of behavior, it creates different types of energies and different types of spirits in your flow. And so therefore, the reason why you can't heal nobody is because of your state of mind. The reason because you can't be a blessing of prosperity is because your state of mind. You won't change your pattern, so your pattern will create a lake. You won't change your pattern, so your pattern will create a river. If you want to have an endless flow, the Bible allegory about Piscean energy is this. Piscean energy does not have a bounty. It doesn't have a bounds. It's bountiful. It doesn't have boundaries. So there's a continual flow. See, I understand my ashe. I understand my chi. I understand my prana. So when I pray with people or pray for people, I pray out of that energy that brings abundance. It's a continual flow. That's why I tell people, you got to know the practitioner that you're working with. You got to know the science by which they operate. And you also need to understand what type of waters flow from them. What is their emotional state? What is the mindset? What type, or do they have a beaver-like mentality that what they are good at is blocking the flow of people, places, and things? Your job, and the reason why I'm supposed to bring water to you, is supposed to make your city glad. That's Psalms 46. You can't bring joy to me when you're not in an emotional state of joy. A lot of y'all talking about, I'm out here looking for happiness. That's an energy. That's a frequency. That's a vibration. If that water is not coming from your belly, how can you also give that? So what you're going to do is walk into somebody else's life and you're going to bring your poison and you're going to pollute their water. See, the reason why you need to be cleansed, you got to do purification, is because you can poison the waters. You can bitter the waters of somebody. They can once had sweet waters. You can do what they did to Oshun. You can run Oshun. She's the goddess of the river. Mama Chola, any spirit that deals, La Serene, any spirit that deals with river magic. You can run away certain spirits with certain vibration and frequencies. We are a moving, we are moving energy, bioenergy. And the reason why, when you come around, things change is because your frequency. When they be telling y'all out here protect your energy, protect your body of water. Because if you have the wrong people to connect to your energy, and they start pouring their energy into your rivers, into your lakes, into your ponds, into your ocean, they can change the pH balance. Oh, I want to get scientific on you. They can change your pH balance, and you can go from being alkaline to acidic, just like that, At the snap of a finger, getting into the wrong sexual relationship with the wrong type of company, and all of a sudden you went from being alkaline and being pH balanced perfect to now you are acidic, and now you are a walking, now that water is acidic, now you can create all kind of diseases. That's why they say misery loves company. When you let the wrong people come into your life and bring bitterness into your life, all of a sudden you become cancerous and you become infectious. Now you call rottenness to the bone, No matter how good the situation is, because now you're acidic and all that's spewing out you is negativity. This is why we do cleansing, to purify our waters. So all of you that think it's all about somebody getting your money, baby, that's your energy. And when people no longer want you to be around them because they want to protect their energy, they want to protect their body of water. They don't want your salt water in their fresh water. They don't want to go from being salt water to brag water because now we unequally yoked. Huh? People can change your destiny. You might have been meant to be a river and now you are a pond. P-O-N-D. Because you don't mess around and yoke yourself with the wrong person. And their emotional state is constantly flowing in you, and they done change the course of your direction. You understand? Say that. You got to be careful with the energy you carry. Exactly. Let me tell y'all something. I do realize through the things that I go through, the things that I teach, that people don't realize the responsibility. But that's what we have to change. You can't keep taking it for granted that somebody doing something to you. That's like if you have a pool and you don't have do not trespass and you don't have a fence up and somebody gets in your pool, or a child or a dog gets in your pool, you're still liable because you did not take proper precaution to protect that pool. Even though it's on your property, they still wanted you to take some type of measure to protect the body of water, because people have the potential of drowning. People have the potential or something can happen. And so therefore, in the court of law, you have to show that you took some type of action to protect that body of water that's on your property. You are the land. You are the property. If you want me to take you seriously, what type of action that you have taken spiritually, whether you're in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Palo, Christian, Muslim, don't matter. Did you take any precaution at all to protect your own emotional state? Or did you just make it everybody else's responsibility? Huh? You just sat there and let life happen to you, huh? And you just let whosoever will come and pour into your water. And you don't know what and who created this acidic behavior in you. You don't know who made this trifling behavior because you didn't protect. That's your responsibility. That's why when you get readings from me and consultations from me, or you get certain teaching from me, it's not going to work if you're not going to take responsibility. You're not going to see the full impact of what I believe in, what I instill into people, if you don't understand. If Minister Mario had not taken those teachings, he would not have made it this far. He would have never been crowned. He would have never got his healing. He would have never got his protection. And he would have never been able to make that call that he made on his own life, being the son of Ochosi. Crown. You're not doing this journey for Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. You're doing this journey for your own destiny, your own purpose. And when you are constantly sitting by and hoping somebody stirs your water, like the angel stirred in the pool of Bethesda, you're making it everybody else's responsibility. Some Tata, some Mambo, some Hugon, some this, some that. Everybody's supposed to come and create and maintain. You want a spiritual pool boy or a spiritual pool girl to keep your water's pH balanced. Pay for it. If you don't want to maintain your own pool, spiritual pool, then you got to pay for a spiritual pool boy or spiritual pool girl, huh? To keep to come in there. It's just the truth. When it comes to spirituality, all I can do is talk to grown people that understand there's rivers. You may be a river in my ministry. You may be a river in my soon-to-be Elay. You may be a river as a member. You may be a river as a client to me. You may be a river as somebody that's just looking, just observing, not participating, but just in state of observation. You're still pouring. And that's why I understand that when I do certain things, I got to make sure my energy. I did a spiritual bath today because I got to make sure my energy, because I am pouring into other people's life, and depending on what state, whether I'm alkaline or acidic. And this is the type of stuff that you need to understand, why it is so important. Thank you for that, Sister Tree. Let me tell y'all something. I hope some of you that have been watching Minister Mario's Facebook page and watch some of the clips from his homegoings understand why you're not ready yet. I'm going to say this again. There's certain path that Minister Mario was able to walk down, which I'm going to be able to break it down a little later, that you are not mature. You're still about you. You still about what you want. You cannot walk a true journey in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lacum. I don't care what ATR you in. You have to be able to deny yourself. You have to understand that it's not all about you and that you are pouring into other people and you are affecting their waters, and you have to care. You have to care about how your waters are either drowning somebody or watering somebody. That's a real thing. And if you want to be a big body of water, that means people got to trust you to pour into them. You want people to pour into your greatness, into your talent, into your gift. They got to trust you. They got to deem you worthy. Are you hearing me? You don't never be jealous of another body of water in somebody's life when you are not willing to be and willing to go through what they're going through. Huh? You don't know how I got the type of spirits to work with me because of the people that poured into me. Not just my mother, not just my father, not just my family, but other spirits. That's why they got messed up in the church, because they see me that I'm into Santeria and voodoo and all this stuff. And then when I start speaking in tongue and magnifying God in tongue, they get confused. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me he Holy Ghost filled? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am authentically who I am. But I don't have to do it like you do it, because you don't have many waters like I have. I have all type of gifts. I have all types of talent. I have all type of measures of grace and mercy and goodness that follow me all the days of my life. I want to encourage you today, when you walk in this thing, make sure, sir and ma'am, that you understand that there are many rivers in one body. There are many lords, but one Lord. There are many kings, but one king. There are many queens, but one. What's up there, my Pisces? God is in the house. And when somebody finds you worthy, I want to talk to my elders. Big body. If you done become an ocean in this life, and there's many rivers that God has blessed you, God has caused men to give into your bosom, that allows you to do more than the next man. He gave you the 5 talents. He decided, he blessed you. He found it worthy that he gave you more gifts, because much is given, much is required. You got more responsibility. You got more resources. I want to talk to you. Honor those people, those Oshuns, those Mama Cholas that decided to pour their energy in you to do a greater work. Whether you're in a church, whether you're in an Elay, whether you are in a coven, it don't matter. If you're that individual and you are in a position like me, that other people are pouring their river, their river, that's not yours, that's their river, and it's allowing you to be able to enlarge your territory. Remember, Olodumare is the sword. He's the reason why he touched their heart, that they're flowing their waters into you. What's up there, my baby Scorpio? You may not be a big body today. Be faithful over a few things, and God will make you ruler over many. But understand, if it wasn't for these other rivers, that's why I constantly get on my live and thank you guys for how you supported me through this, from the crowning. Just y'all just been here. That's just the real deal. I couldn't have achieved that. Many of you guys, small and great, were pouring your river, pouring your essence, pouring your love, pouring your support into my body of water that allowed my energy, to allow my spirit, to allow my consciousness to accomplish more in a short time, to help Minister Mario get to a certain destination. And then you had the nerve, you had the ability, you had the audacity to help me to send him his homegoing in the manner that you did. I displayed that because you all poured into me. I didn't do that on my own. I was the head of it. I was the hands of it. But I did not accomplish it. Other rivers. So thank you, Lord. I thank you. Other rivers, other people, places, and things came and said, I'm going to help Apostle Ely. And look at what we did for the son of Ochosi. Blessed be the name. That's what magic is. Because river energy can flow in one thing and affect another. Because it's all connected. If you really understand this, you can start really benefiting and stop going around here being a spiritual beaver and building dams and restricting the flow of energy and frequency and vibration in other people's life because you can't see how you're going to benefit from their waters. Grow up. Grow your ass all the way up. It's time for you to understand that you are part of this one. It ain't but one body. It ain't but one cosmos. It ain't but one chaos energy. It's not one but dark matter. It is extension. Get that through your head. Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Christianity, Muslim. It's only one Ashe. It's a universe. And we are all expressions of that divine. But I want to say to many of you guys, whether you see this now or later, I want you to know that thank you for pouring into me. Whether that was finances, whether that was encouragement, whether that was sharing video, I could not. He has, God, Ola Damar, the El Shaddai, the Elohim, calls men to pour, give into my bosom, into my waters, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. My cup overflows because of the outpouring of love. The reason why I can come on this social media as early as I have is because you were pouring into me, and I want you to understand that yes, I pour into you, but I'm in the need. I say, you know what? I need to pour back into myself. I have been outpouring. And then I needed y'all, and y'all came through. Some of y'all didn't come through and it's all good. What goes around comes around. You decided to restrict. And let me tell y'all something. We all got bills. We all can come up with a reason why we don't do something. Everybody grown. Let's talk about it. Everybody grown. Everybody got a situation or a circumstance. Everybody can find a reason why they can or should not do whatever they do. My children, my eldest son flew on his own dime from California to be here. Some of y'all ain't never met Minister Mario. Was sending an offering. Some of y'all missed the live but saw it later and still sent out. I want y'all to understand that if you gonna follow me, you got to respect the rivers that flow into your body, that allow you to be the mass of energy that you are. The people that believe in you, that help you enlarge your territory. The people that help you enlarge your vision. Whether it's your website, whether it's your e-lay, I pour into other people. It makes it easier. It don't take away the responsibility. But when other people understand this and they start growing all the way the hell up, then they start realizing it might not be my time to be poured into. It may be my time to pour into other people. But God is faithful. Whether it's masculine energy or divine energy, my time will come when other people will pour into me. You sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. You know why you getting them giblets? You know why you getting them little raindrops? Because that's all you give out. Don't look at how somebody else, God is over there like the water bearer just pouring into them and pouring into them. Because they always constantly pouring. He gives seed to the sower. You don't constantly give to nobody. You give every now and then. That's why you get every now and then rain. That's why your ass is dried up like the desert. Because that's how you operate in your life. You don't believe in giving nobody. You talking about, oh, they're a cactus. They need to survive in the desert. People treat you the same way. Energy out, energy in. That's why you should understand vibration, frequency, and energy. That's how magic works. You want certain things in your life. You want certain outpours in your life. Minister Mario, I love the song too. Paul Martin, Let It Rain. You want people pouring into your life? Then pour into other people's life. Stop walking around here talking about you ain't the only one got bills. You ain't the only one got responsibility. You don't the only one have commitment. And when your time come and people thought you're going to, you know what? I say, I thank you. I don't have to burn a candle for prosperity. I done sow seeds. I done poured into people. I don't have to summon spirits. I don't have to do all that heavy magic because I understand that a part of my manifestation is how I done pour or I give to other people. Because just like I thank God when people give into me, they thank God when I give into them. Energy out, energy in. It's a flow. Do you know how to flow in healing? Do you know how to flow in prosperity? Do you know how to flow in protection? Do you know how to flow in energy, period? And you claim to be a spiritualist? Are you good at flowing in certain environments, in certain waters? Or not? You want fast money, but can you flow in that energy? You want a strong man, a strong woman in a relationship, can you flow in that energy? Or are you going to be a spiritual beaver and build up dams? I hope this really sinks into you what my lives are about. I hope that many of you guys that take out the time to go on Facebook on Minister Mario's page or watch some of those videos, I want y'all to listen to other people about who you was investing in. What type of energy, what kind of water you were pouring into. We're going to be soon doing visual candles for Minister Mario as well. You want to participate in that? I'm telling you, I want you to understand, go and listen on your own and listen at who you were supporting. Who were you giving your water to? That's the energy that you were supporting. Think about the other energies out in this life that you were supporting that cause a lot of chaos, that cause a lot of problems. Some of y'all pouring and y'all expanding the energy of negative people, of people that ain't going to pour back into you. Think about that. Think about what Apostle is saying. I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you. But can I trust you? I would love to utilize you in my platform. I would love to utilize you in my ministry. I would love to utilize you as a godson or goddaughter. But what kind of water you got? Are you going to bring acidic water or alkaline water? Are you going to pollute the waters of my children? Or are you going to level them up? I have to be concerned about that. I could trust what was coming out of Brother and Minister Mario, son of Bochos, the crown. I can trust what he was going to pour in water when he interacted with many of you all. That's what you were supporting. That type of loyalty, that type of character. And that's what we're burning and lighting prayer vigil to. That type of energy. And when you pour into me, that's why I keep it real with y'all. Ain't no guessing on what you're supporting. I want you to know when you pour your river and you allow some of your waters to come into me and expand, this is what I do. I do real magic on my life. So whether it is today or tomorrow, you know what you're supporting. You know what you help increasing and expanding. I hope this help. I hope this open your eyes, not only about me, but any other individual or any other flowing energy. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. And that's a good thing to be able to say. That's a good thing to be able to say. So, if you want to be a blessing, if you can be a blessing, if you want to pour into this ministry, I hope this open you up so you will know that when you decide today or tomorrow as a grown man or woman to support Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, Chief Apostle Samuel Jr., you know what you're pouring into. You know what you're giving your mental energy to, your emotional energy to, or your spiritual, your astral energy to. That's important. And this, I'm telling you the flow of my ministry, because I'm telling you the direction I'm going. I intend to allow the ATRs to effectively function in my ministry. And I intend to crown, I intend to initiate, I intend for people to develop. And just like I was able to do it with Minister Mario, I will be able to do it with anybody else that chooses to be obedient. I'm also going to be very honest. I am a hard teacher. I am a mean, when it comes down to it, I'm not nothing nice. I don't pretend to be. I'm not going to be saying all the, my job is to develop you. My job is to get you ready for whatever trials that your destiny going to call for. And that's why he was able to supersede people's expectations. He was able to supersede the pitfalls, the things that people desired against him. That's why he was able to be blessed. And now even in his departure, his work like Elijah is speaking for him. And let me tell y'all something. Go and listen to his daughter. Listen to the first video that she was talking. And when she started hearing, not only was her dad good to her, She started hearing how God, her dad was good. I want y'all to understand, when you have a testimony, when you have become a cloud of witness, when your body of water can speak and bring life to dead situation, you're doing something in this life. And that's a life that has been lived, not in vain. The Clark sister got that song, is my living in vain? Is his living water in vain? Of course not. And we all have the opportunity to change our pH. We all have opportunity to pour into other waters that are going to increase our waters. Or we have just have the opportunity to sit back and look and observe, talk, gossip, whatever you choose to do. But at the end of the day, remember, it's still your choice. Ain't nobody finna make you do nothing. Ain't nobody gonna put no schemes. That's why I don't do gimmicks. I don't have none of that stuff. I talk to grown people that resonate what I'm talking about. And that's a period on that, not a comma or a semicolon. That's a period on that. You understand? So if you, sir, ma'am, enjoy what I do on my platform, this, when you come to me, when you test the water, go back and tell it right. Don't go and lie on my waters. Don't go and try to make my waters something they're not. I never told you my waters were gonna be easy. I'm letting you know it's rough over here. Huh? You come over here with the foolish, your ass going under. You come over here talking about you the Titanic and we gonna swallow you whole. Huh? And keep on moving. They ain't even gonna know you at the bottom of the ocean. Huh? These waters over here are deep. And they're murky. And they got all kind of creatures and monsters sitting up in here. If you act right, they won't touch you. But you come over the foolish, snatching your ass to the bottom. And we're gonna hold you there. Like they did Olo Coon. I'm just being honest with you. This ain't for the weak. This is for the strong. But if you want to grow, develop, and be strong in your chaos energy and your frequency and vibration, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I always tell people it ain't easy, but it's worth it. Much love. Yes, sir. Okay. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much. If you do not mind, after this live goes off, to comment up on that, share with these people what you're getting out of this. Share with your experience with Minister Mario, for his family and different ones that underestimated him and did not support him and was not there for him. Whoever that is, you know what I'm saying? And we thank God for his family, those family members that stepped up and did something. But all of y'all that pretend that, remember, I got 12 years of receipts. While you out there talking, please be careful. I got 12 years of receipts. And I'm a Sag. Moon in Aries. Rising sign Pisces. I come with the receipts. And I am very good at what I do. Okay? So, do not try to taint his name. Do not try to soil his name. Do not try to throw no trash or no shiggity on his name or his reputation, because you can't handle the truth. Okay? Okay and okay. Yolanda Adams, it wasn't easy, but it's worth. I know that's right. Thank you, baby. I want to say thank you so much, and I'm going to get off of here. I'm excited about where we're headed. I want to say to some of you all, give me a little more time. I am going to do your consultations. I have to go back to work tomorrow, but 4th of July. But I'm going to Minister Al, I'm going to do your consultation this week. I know I'm still in the grieving process, but I am going to get some of your consultations done this week. And I want to say personally, Minister Al, thank you for your patience, your consideration, and like I really appreciate how many of you guys did not hassle me. You know, you allowed me to go through what I was going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with. And thank you for that time. But I am going to get back on post and get that stuff done for you all. And once again, thank you, Minister Al, for pouring into me and Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, Chief Apostle Ely, and Minister Mario. I thank you from our church family to my members that decided not to support and to help. It's all good. It still got done. Huh? But remember, what goes around comes around. And don't say I'm throwing off for you, because guess what? If you did what you're supposed to do, there's no guilt at all. But if you didn't, hey, it's on you, because you're grown. No problem. Handle your business. We good. Thank you so much. Big Apostle. Yeah, I want y'all to understand that means a lot to me, that people trust me in a certain way. And it takes you living a certain type of life. You don't have to be perfect, but living a certain type of life. And if you want to get out here in these waters, and you want to get out here, as they say, lunge out into the deep, you got to respect what's in these waters, because you came out here. They operating in that energy. That's their energy. When you go to the cemetery, don't be shocked what you find. When you go to the crossroad, don't be shocked what you find. That's their home. Some of y'all be out in the woods and be shocked that you see a bear. Like, why you shocked? They shocked to see you out in their home. You in their space. When you out here conjuring and doing work, you remember you going into their space and their environment. That's how it flows. All right. So thank you so much. Much love to each and every one. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please, sir, man, do a favor to those that are looking. Comment on these videos so these people can know what you getting out of these lives on with Chief Apostle Samuel Lee Jr. God bless you.